Good evening. If you didn't grab a program on your way in, that's the order of things, if you're interested. And we are going to start right on time at 7:30 because Ethan has an orchestra concert. So he's up first, and then he's running across to his other obligation. So we'll start here in just a minute. And do you want to see? Good evening. We're going to get this party started. Welcome. Shh. Welcome to the Film and Media Production Program's End of Year Awards Presentation and Senior Show. Welcome to all of you in the room and also those of you joining us by YouTube stream. So we're going to open our celebration with a prayer of thanks. Would you join me in prayer? Lord, we do thank you for these student storytellers and all the ways in which you've blessed their creativity and their work this year, and we offer it up to you, believing that you'll be honored by our efforts. And we thank you especially for our seniors, and you ask that you guide them in all of their next steps. And thank you for allowing us to work together with this community of creative people. Amen. All right, we're going to celebrate the work of this year, both in classes and in co-curricular activities with student work from freshman to senior year. Just a few notes. Most of tonight's winners are from the 2023-24 school year. However, as you know, there are a few classes that actually complete their final projects either this week or even during finals week. And so those projects are not included in the Best of the Year awards for this year. They'd be eligible next year. So in the same way, audio production, film workshop, and narrative filmmaking, we actually allow the last projects from those classes last year to count tonight, okay? So you may actually hear some award winners from last spring. All right, so tonight we'll highlight the work of each senior. So Josh Taylor, who's actually running the show tonight from down here for various technical reasons, he's going to play each senior's demo reel, which is a short demonstration of their work. And after you see that approximately 90-second demo reel, that senior will come and share a short reflection on their time at Taylor and what they hope is next for them. And we'll also recognize lots of award-winning projects in between those senior presentations, but from this point forward, the program's going to proceed without introduction. So let's get started with our first senior, Ethan Koppel's demo reel.
Okay. Oh, yep, that works fine. Cool. I was struggling to figure out what I was going to write. I have a lot of things I could say, but then I was like, that works. So, couldn't sleep, but I was like, I'll write it. The other night, I was watching a live concert from Rich Mullins in 1997, which is normal for me. It's not normal for most people my age, but it's normal for me. And at one point, he's talking about him as a single man who has no kids, is talking about how he's amazed by parents because they'll take their like 2-year-old's drawing and they'll put it on the wall or on their fridge, and he's like, it sucks, but they love their kids, so they put it on the fridge anyways. Because it doesn't matter how good it is, because their child made it. And God is constantly reminding me of how he's the Father, and in being so, he's all the things a father should be. And since Jesus talks of preparing a place for us, I really hope that part of preparing that place includes telling his dad, hey, I know this really cool Ethan Koppel kid, and he loves me quite a bit, so I was wondering if you could put one of his pictures on the fridge. And then the father replies, of course, I know my son well, and he puts all of my pictures on the fridge, since God's fridge is obviously bigger and big enough to put all the pictures he wants on there. And what will be in those pictures? Well, a lot of Christian films are scared to show reality. They want to make everything look all right, even though it's not. It will be one day, but not today. Instead, Christian art should be the first to confront evil, for only the Christian really knows what evil is. So that's what I'll do. I'll create stories that display all kinds of evil and vile things, so that by their being confronted, all can see the glorious light that is Jesus. Thank you.
I almost fell. That's not a great start. Despite knowing that film was my calling at such a young age, I never really knew where I would end up. I certainly didn't know I would end up in such a place as the Taylor Film Department. I've been so blessed to be here. I have met the most dedicated, hardworking, creative people here, and I have learned so much from each and every one of them. I've been blessed with phenomenal professors that have taught me to be more confident in myself and to trust my creative gut. I've been blessed with such wonderful classmates and peers that have given me truly some of the best friendships I've ever had in my life. I have loved every late night in the edit suite, every movie night, every project, every TU update, and every second I have spent with all of you. The film department here at Taylor has truly become my family, and I wish I could take all of you with me as I move on to this next chapter of my life. God has blessed me by putting a stranger in room 315. That stranger has turned into my dearest friend, and we have grown so much together. I honestly have no idea what I would have done without her. To my dear friend, Hannah Johnson, thank you for getting sweet treats with me, laughing with me, crying with me, accepting me into your family, and being my best friend. I love you so much, and I thank God for you every day. After I graduate, I'll be going to Northern California to be a videographer at a summer camp. After that, I hope to move to LA, not move LA. That'd be kind of hard. And pursue my dream of working in the camera department and maybe even direct one day. People have always told me that college will be the best years of your life. I do think that these years have been the best so far, but I know in my heart that it is not the end of the best years, but only the beginning. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. I love you. God bless you.
All right, the first award of the evening for Best Audio Project Short Form goes to
Johnny boy, welcome back. How are the outskirts?
Absolute misery. I ate nothing for days but cold beans and dry dead beef. Get me something hot and ready. Something that'll knock the spikes right off my boots. And get it to me now.
Hot and ready? It'll take me half a lifetime just to get the water boiling. It's
and
Little
it is
Caesar.
Little Caesars by Logan Bates. And the Best Project from Audio Production Long Form
So I said to the guy, if you're gonna make me wait that long, the least you can do is get me a drink.
Right.
Anyways, you're a student, right? Where do you go to school?
NYU. I'm studying.
NYU,
The
huh?
Date
You know
Escape by Jackie Hicks and Audrey Moore. All right, continuing on, in the screenplay category, this is the Silver Award. Joanna, thank you for telling me about his impact. I miss him every day. Cody looks at Ava again, shaking his head, and then back at the sign. He sees the name followed by the picture. He realizes, his eyes open wide. He attempts to break from the embrace of the now sobbing widow. Oh, yeah, of course, listen. Joanna does not let go. I'm so sorry for your loss. And it is Obituary Oversights by Cooper Murphy. And the winner of Best Screenplay Gold, Interior Kitchen Morning. Meredith hustles in and pours herself coffee. Morning, hun. Today's our anniversary. That's today? Wow, 5 years went by fast, huh? Meredith kisses Dennis and begins double-checking her bag for all her work-related things. And this is Broken Bits of Pottery by Mo Olson.
Be brave, be courageous, be you.
Correct. Don't you worry about that.
Hello. When I was a little kid, my dad had this bulky Sony camcorder that he recorded the majority of my childhood with. And we used to do magic tricks by setting the camera up on a tripod and doing silly little shots that would look like I disappeared or my head got cut off. I also used to write out scripts for my Barbies to act out. And I'm so surprised that it took me until late high school to figure out that film was my calling. My time at Taylor has taught me so much to fit in a little speech, but I'm extremely thankful and grateful for all the experiences and people that I've met here. I've learned to enjoy stepping out of my comfort zone and had some of the coolest experiences because of it. I've learned to be more comfortable in the spontaneity and unexpectedness of life, like stopping at a cheese castle on the way back from filming for Doc, movie nights in my apartment or at the Muncie AMC, or dancing in the pouring rain right before midterms. I've learned what real unconditional friendship is like thanks to the best roommates, teammates, professors, and classmates I could have ever been blessed with throughout these years. Big shout out to Taylor, my best friend and sister I always wanted to have. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world to be able to tell stories with so many people I love so much. And I'm excited for whenever the next time I get to experience that is. I don't currently have any specific job plans secured, but I do plan to move to LA with my besties and start out in something like assistant editing or something in post-production. The big goal is to end up in a writer's room for a TV series or something like that, but you never really know where God's gonna lead you. I'm just excited to be somewhere in the industry in the future, so that's all.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people too. Sweet. First, I want to thank the faculty for pushing us to become better filmmakers and creators so we can be proud of the work we can make. I also want to thank all my brethren filmmakers who have also helped me with the films and projects I've worked on and staying up till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the edit suites, trying to figure out how to upload and export large files that John could look at and say, why did you give us that? Why did you give us that large file? It wasn't that much. Come on. Film is an art form that I have enjoyed for much of my life, and I love the work that goes into creating a project. From the projects I've created, I've learned how to improve not only in the skills that I am strongest in, but also my weakest ones. Learning to make my weakest skills stronger has made my editing and cinematography skills greater. And as someone who enjoys editing and cinematography, I've learned that there are also skills outside of the filmmaking ones that I can apply to my projects. During my time here, I took up art again and found it useful for creating stories through just a few images, which has helped me to plan out any creative ideas I have for projects. With art, I have been able to visually draw out what I want to see in a film so I can use my creativity to the fullest. Lastly, I have learned that even with the knowledge I have now, I still have many mistakes to make, or what my dad calls my dumb tacks. And I will learn and improve from these mistakes to become a better storyteller/filmmaker. After college, I am still deciding on whether I will be interning somewhere in Indiana or California, and hope and pray to find out soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Steve. I am here to give out the best project in the film and video production class. And the winner is... The next award that I am giving out is the Best Client Project from Producing for Clients. And the winner goes to...
Minnetrista campus. The name Minnetrista was suggested by Lucina and Mary Frances Ball, a combination of the Sioux word mini, meaning water, and the English word tryst, meaning gathering place.
Minnetrista Museum. Isaac, Jam, Taven, Jack. Congrats, congrats.
This is amazing.
Hey guys. All right. There's a video on my mom's 1990 tape recorder of me trying to direct my brother from in front of the lens. He wasn't holding the camera high enough or cutting to black enough, and I was fed up. So after we finally learned how to work together, we began to recreate episodes of iCarly with the same tape recorder, thus igniting the idea that I could one day go into film. But it proved more difficult than I had hoped or expected. As someone who likes to be by myself and work by myself, I was soon pushed into the world of collaboration. But throughout my time here, I've learned how to be less alone. I've learned with Carolyn, my old roommate, that weekly shaved ice runs are a must and I learned how to be more extroverted by screaming "spotted" every time I saw Andrew and Nate around campus. I learned that sometimes you need to stop at the Mars Cheese Castle with Hannah, Taylor, and Grant to make it through hours of driving. And I learned that Sonic has some really great slushies and they're best enjoyed with Aiden and Emily. I learned how to start trying to accept hugs and how to comfort someone who's on the brink of tears while staring at footage that has yet to be edited. I learned how to trust my next step forward. And as I go forward, I repeat one phrase to myself: none of us are well until all of us are well. I hope to use my passion for amplifying and creating impactful stories in the entertainment industry as a writer or editor, but in whatever I do, I want to make sure that the stories I help tell allow audiences to be seen, heard, and understood. I'm not sure what lies ahead yet, but I know that from the love that I've experienced here, it's going to be all right. Thank you.
Hi everyone. When I first came to Taylor, I came in as a film major, but I was honestly pretty scared because a lot of the stuff I was doing in audio production and in the new film majors orientation class was stuff that I had never done before. But at one point in the semester, I PA'd for a Producing for Clients project, and even though all I did was wake up at like 6 a.m. and stand out in the cold with Franklin Snyder and carry cases and hold a light for 20 minutes during an interview because I forgot a light stand. Even though that's all that I did, I absolutely loved it. And I knew that I was gonna stick around in this film thing and see what happens. So in the last 4 years, what's happened is I've stayed up late in edit suites. I've talked about nerdy stuff like chroma subsampling and the micro contrast of vintage lenses in the slice. And I've got up way too early to pack up way too much equipment than was necessary. And most importantly, though, I did this all with my friends. And throughout my creative journey and in classes, I learned so much about the art and craft of filmmaking. But just important, I learned how to work and rely on other people so that together we can create something greater than I could ever do myself. I want to thank everyone that I ever worked with on set or while editing because you guys embodied Christ to me by encouraging me, pushing me to be a better artist, and bringing so much joy. So my classmates in my year and those around me, you guys are what helped make my experience at Taylor so special. And even if I don't know exactly where I'm going to be in the next 4 years, I know that God will sustain me just as he has before. I plan to be in Chicago for the time being, but with confidence in my Creator, I know I hope to step out and continue to glorify him and hopefully create something beautiful along the way. So, thank you.
I think Josh is going to come to all my classes and run this for me now. This is kind of nice. Thank you. I'm John. and I'm here to present the award for Best Multi-Camera Live Production, which was an extremely difficult decision to make. But here is a clip.
Title out. Advanced graphic, but don't roll credits. Ready one, take one.
Okay.
Ready two, take two.
There's his voice. Can you guess who it is? The award goes to Andrew Edwards. Good. Okay, equally challenging is to make the decision for Best Directing and Cinematography Project. Here's a clip.
Hello?
Will's locked in the basement.
Guys? What's going on?
I can't, okay? I can't.
Maggie? Maggie? Where are you? Maggie?
So the winner is What Lies, Hannah, JP, Jack, and Taylor. It says all these group fist bumps. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Let me turn this around. Okay. A couple weeks ago, my friend and I took a brisk evening walk across campus to the ceramics room. Energized by our aspirations to craft a plethora of mugs, plates, and funky-shaped centerpieces, our sights were fixed on our destination. And this ordinary walk would have been one of the hundreds, maybe thousands, of those routine transitions I made between point A, Olson Hall, my home of 4 years, and point B, Rupp, also like a second home. But on this particular night, something special happened. As we zipped along, a fist-sized shadow on the sidewalk suddenly leapt right into our stride, specifically colliding with my friend's left shoe. And with a shriek, we watched as a huge toad careened off the path, flying in an arc remarkably similar to that of a football punt. In our great horror, we squirreled off the path, ran from the scene as if we were guilty of a crime, and arrived at the pottery wheels, gasping with laughter. You might be wondering how this story connects to an aspiring documentarian's dreams, and if you know me, then you know that I love to wonder about the deeper truths of life through analogies and metaphors. So I'd like to share with you how this story speaks to me. And it's not about how graduating can sometimes feel as disorienting as getting punted like that poor frog. But it's about discovering the joys of liminal space. That sidewalk, the threshold between two destinations, is liminal space. It's representative of where we live most of our lives.
in transition between where we were and where we will be. And that space is rich with opportunity to create meaningful connections with one another, creation, and our Creator. I love to use this space to celebrate beauty, catalyze transformation, and glorify God through my love of creativity. I believe my calling is to illuminate the truth that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And I've been equipped with a curiosity for the story behind the story. I believe my passion for the arts will serve to create experiences that help others understand where we've come from, where we are, and inspire hope for the future. And my joy is to seek out, uncover, and communicate the beautiful truth that God is the great I am, present in our liminal space. I've been so blessed to have my fascination for beauty and design, sense-making, and storytelling nurtured by the Film and Media Department here at Taylor University. Here is where I've developed a passion for nonfiction film, learned to listen with empathy, follow my curiosity on set and in the edit suite, collaborate with this incredible graduating class, and articulate my sense of wonder throughout the whole arduous process of filmmaking. My mantra, grit and grace, reminds me of the profound gift I've received from God as I steward this calling to create with excellence in my craft. So where am I headed now with my degree? While the months ahead include a summer internship in Southern California, my emerging view of post-grad life looks like entering a new liminal space, one where I hope to join a community of creatives who relentlessly pursue the truth, communicate themes of redemption, freedom, and spiritual transformation. And I would like to thank my family, my friends, my church, and to you, FMA, for all of your love and support. Thank you.
We started out that day, we were a little nervous. We'd never done that kind of work before.
Oh, hello. I didn't realize we had this much time to talk, so I didn't write it that much, but that's okay. I found my passion early, maybe middle school, creating cringy videos online. But it wasn't until my time here at Taylor that I truly found that this hobby could be more than just a hobby. Freshman year, learning about cameras, both on the film side and the photography side, I fell in love with this creative space instantly. I think my younger self would have said that he'd love to make, big movies and be on big film sets, but that's also something I've learned here with my time here is that I don't like big film sets. I found a love for the short form content, the client-based videos, and the process within all of that. I hope to use my abilities and the skills God has gifted me to help others, whether it be for a business or an individual or just for a creative idea. I want to make things that people are proud of, and through that, hopefully show God's hand in it all. So I guess my plans for after my time here, I'll be working freelance photography mainly with some videography on the side, and I have an internship hopefully lined up back home in Michigan. So thank you.
So this is ridiculous because I can't pick. And so it's like my children, my documentaries, all these teams, wonderful people. And so my colleagues have helped me pick this.
Marion, that was 17 years before the lynching that occurred there in 1930. So I just can't imagine the barriers that he faced. I mean, we're talking about architects like Paul Williams, who came after him, who used to draw upside down so he could communicate with his white clients who would sit next to him.
So that kind of racism actually is empowering.
Elise Masters, Dr. John Lee, and Colin Carrad. And they're all the same. There we go. Congratulations. Not bad. All right, WTOR recognition. So I'm going to invite Naomi to join me. Where is she? Come on down. And Mimi has been an extraordinary leader for our staff, and so she picked.
Oh, I picked Nate Conkle
as the staff member of the year. And Naomi doesn't know that I picked her. And then we got to give this one. You did it.
Oh, and then the WTOR show of the year is Out of Order, Wesley and Anna.
All right, we have the privilege of announcing to you the people that the faculty have selected for next year's scholarships. And the first one is the Gabrielson Family Scholarship, which was given to our program by my uncle and aunt, Ted and Jean Gabrielson. And as amazing supporters of Taylor, Ted and Jean wanted to recognize outstanding talent and potential impact for the kingdom of God in either Christian or mainstream media organizations. So we have 5 scholarship recipients to congratulate for next year. Receiving the award for the second year in a row would be Carolyn Paschal and Isaac Maas. And new recipients include Ryan Mishler, John Horn, and J.P. Susantio. We have 2 other scholarships that we give, and I asked JP to remain because he's the recipient as well of the Kohler Communication Scholarship. Eric Kohler, who is a distinguished graduate of Taylor and the owner of Kohler Communications, established this scholarship to recognize outstanding achievement in our field in this program. And we're incredibly grateful to Eric for his investment in his alma mater. So congratulations to JP. And finally, we have the privilege of giving the Olstad Media Scholarship. Taylor film graduate Connor Olstad wanted to set aside some of his earnings to bless someone in the Film and Media Arts program who shares his passion for entrepreneurship and who might someday own their own production company. And the winner of the Olstad Media Scholarship again this year is Taven Reeves.
Hey guys. Okay. On the first day of 8th grade in a new school and in a new town, my very first class was multimedia. Our projects were basic, and my teacher was weirdly almost never there. My projects were awful videos made in Video Star, and I didn't really take the class very seriously. One day when my teacher was finally back in school, she pulled me aside and told me she'd watch my videos during her chemo sessions to cheer her up. In that moment, I learned that film was so much more than entertainment and could actually make people feel things. Little did I know I was about to embark on a journey that would influence my college career and hopefully the rest of my life. College has taught me so much. There have been times where I wanted to transfer, and there's been times where I've called this place home. I've learned that I am good at editing, and that I should leave the camera to the people who know how to troubleshoot an FS5. Fun fact, I've cried in front of every professor except one, so John, I'll see you at graduation. The film program has given me nothing but excitement for my future, and I will always look at my time here fondly. Going forward with whatever I do, I don't want my job to feel like work. I love film, and I'm passionate about working within the industry and wherever that takes me. I just want to enjoy it. Hopefully, I'll end up in New York City one day doing something producery. I am still figuring out exactly what I'm going to do, but I have a passion for this, and I can't wait to see what my future holds. Thank you.
Wow, it took me 5 years to stand this place. I came here in 2018, and I'm a huge planner. I need to know what's happening in my life. I need to know like what I'm gonna do in the future. And COVID happened. I had to go back to Korea. I had to serve in the army for 2 years. And all my friends graduated while I was in the army, and they got a job. And I thought, I'm done with that. I thought, this is it. And God put me to the position in the army as a finance, and I started getting into the business, and He grew me, He made me as an entrepreneur, and I thought, I'm gonna do the business. And I started my own business right after the army, and I felt there's something left in the United States, and I decided to come back, work on all my visa issues again, and all my paperwork. If you're not an international student, you might not understand, but that's pretty hard. And that was a pretty big deal for me. I did it again, came back to Taylor, and here we are. And one thing I learned from this journey is that even though I have a plan, it's not always go through your plan, but it's always God's plans. And life is just full of experiment. There's nothing wrong to choose which way you go. So I decided to be cringy. Whatever people think that looks really cringy, I'm gonna just do it if I want to do it, because there's nothing wrong with that. Because all my friends, they all graduate earlier than me, and they already got the job, good payment. I don't have any payment like them. I'm broke college student still. But after graduation, I decided to take another risk, because God took me here with all the risk that I could not afford. And the other opportunity I want to go through is that I want to go to New York and start with my freelancing job and make my own marketing agency company and see how that God led me to. Thank you.
So, I was gonna ask you guys, if whoever loves Media Composer, right? On the count of 3, I love Media Composer. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Breaks my heart. No. No, I get the honor of presenting the high score to the Media Composer Certification Exam. So I know how you guys really enjoy that software, and those of you that have taken the exams, you know what they're like. So this year's highest score to the exam went to, drum roll, Noah McClintock.
Okay, I am still John. I get to present the award for Best Film Workshop Project. And again, this was another really tough one. These are all tough, but this time it went to
Hey, Dad. You feeling okay today?
Second Hand, Patrick Marsh, Ryan Mishler, Nathan Montalvo. Proud of you, man. You get Kenny on there all the same. Congrats. And so this, we're going to stash away somewhere so I don't confuse it. Okay, but that's not all. This one we did rely on colleagues to help because this was a very difficult one to pick from also. But here's a clip from this year's winner for Best Narrative Film.
Tyler's on his way. This isn't funny.
I haven't seen you in here before. Wait! Come back!
Okay. Yeah. The winner is Hostage, Trevor Sobolski, Anna Rodman, Michael Carroll, and Franklin Snyder. Unfortunately, that's the only film that comes with a $10,000 cash prize, but you got to be here to win it, so I'm just keeping it. So take the 10,000 bucks out of this. The Envision Productions Awards for Excellence in Leadership. This was a very busy year. We did the Christmas program. Some of them might have been a part of commencement last year, I don't remember. Lots of TU updates. Some mysterious little show called What's Up in Rupp occurred a few times, mysterious, yeah. And a lot of the chapels, including the unusual transition of chapel technology, which was less than. Again, I couldn't decide who, and this time, since I made the decision just by my onesie, I gave it to everybody. So, Chloe, Cullen, JP, and Taylor Owens, come on down. You get an award, and you get an award. Oh, these have names. Oh, okay. See, I never really know. Thank you. And then this must be you. Wait, this is you. So this must be you. And then, okay. And then you have one to give out. So.
Hey guys.
This is it.
So there's this award, I guess. Sorry. This was really hard to pick, and honestly, we've had so much beautiful, wonderful helpers and amazing volunteers that we were like, why can't we just pick everyone? But then John was like, no. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, only John can make everyone win. So unfortunately, we did have to choose one person.
This person showed excellence in leadership throughout many areas. They volunteer many hours to Tupdate as well as to various multicam things. So this award goes to Elise Masters. Tupdate was volunteer. I want to put that out there.
Yeah, Tupdate was volunteer.
So thank you, Elise.
Thank you, Elise.
There you go.
Well, so a lot has changed since we all arrived at Taylor University in the fall of 2020. From a pandemic to a university president to a new film building on the way, the senior class is no stranger to change. However, during my time at Taylor, the biggest change I've seen has been in myself. When I first arrived at Taylor, I was angry, unloving, and broken. However, through the love and patience of many wonderful friends and mentors and the TU film family, my relationship with Jesus was taken to new heights, and he's brought unimaginable joy. Many of you know that I'm a musician, and during my time at Taylor, I really rediscovered my love for music. In college, I picked up the electric guitar and began refining my skills on trumpet, piano, and more. I believe that God has given me these musical abilities to point others back to Him, so that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. So while my long-term plans are still up in the air, after graduation, I will be returning to Wisconsin to do a worship internship at my family's church. During that time, I'll be actively kind of pursuing jobs and worship ministry to hopefully move back to Indiana in this area. If college has taught me one thing, it's that God's plan is always better than mine, and I'm excited to see what He has for me and how I can use my skills in both music and film to bring greater glory to Him. Thank you.
Hi. I remember being a freshman 4 years ago, sitting in the seats of Cornwall as the 2021 film seniors unveiled their demos reels. In that moment, I remember thinking, how am I ever going to be able to do all of this? Fast forward to today, here, and I'm standing before you presenting my own demo reel thinking, how on earth did I do all of this? If I were to be cliche, I would say that my 4 years have been filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless hours of hard work. But since I'm not here to be cliche, let me break it down into 3 simple lessons that have helped me succeed during my time here. First, be sure to utilize your resources well, whether it's the state-of-the-art equipment, the guidance of experienced professors, or the support of fellow students. Tapping into these resources can really elevate your work from good to exceptional. Second, to have a good team, you need to be a good teammate. Collaborative projects are the heartbeat of the film department, and fostering an environment of mutual respect, communication, and support is essential for success. None of my projects would have succeeded without all of the hours spent planning, executing, editing, and laughing with all of you. Finally, you have to learn how to trust yourself. In a field as subjective as filmmaking, surrounded by so many creative, talented people, self-doubt can be a constant companion. But I've learned that the minute you stop second-guessing yourself is when your best work can finally happen. As I stand here today, reflecting on my journey, I'm grateful for the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the growth experienced. And as I look forward to the future, even though my plans for graduation are still up in the air, I'm filled with excitement and determination to continue honing my craft, telling stories that matter, and using my talents to point others to the true beauty of Christ. Thank you.
All right, since last June, which is when we start the new school year, a lot of student projects have received external recognition in university competitions, professional competitions, and film festivals. And we're gonna play a series of slides showing all of that good work. It'll take us about 3 minutes to get through it all. So watch and celebrate. Feel free to clap or shout out for your own work or the work of your friends, but pace yourself, because it is about 3 minutes to get through all these incredible blessings. So hopefully we'll have some music.
You can play that same music we used at the beginning.
Order, chronological order. I'm just going to make 2 additional comments after that, which is just an extraordinary, unbelievable achievement for all of you. It is basically my part-time job, entering your projects in competition, but you brought it. It's amazing. I'm going to add 2 comments. One is right before I walked in this room, on this little phone, I found out that Ben Titi's demo reel has advanced and has won a national Addy Award. That's unbelievable. So, congrats, Ben. So what that means is we entered his demo reel at the local level in Indianapolis. It won there and was a judge's choice. It advanced to the regional for the Midwest, and it won there, and it advanced to the national. So that's unbelievable. So really excited for him. The other thing I would say is that the last 2 slides that are the National Association of Television Arts and Sciences, which is the regional Emmy organization. Those are 10 nominations that we have, and we will find out Thursday this week. So we don't have to wait until June to find out if you were nominated. You will find out if you're a winner this Thursday. So congratulations to all of you for these great competitions.
Hi, everyone. I've always loved being creative, from music to dance to making movies with my siblings in the backyard, but I didn't want to go to college, mostly because I was shy and scared. So I struck a deal with my parents. I'd do a trial run 1 year. If I hated it, then I could go somewhere else or I'd take a gap year. You might have guessed what happened next. Breaking news, I did hate it. My freshman year here was not it, but I could also hear God's voice telling me that this was exactly where I was supposed to be, and I'm so thankful for that. The past 4 years have been precisely what I needed. I came in as an insecure, shy, and anxiety-ridden girl to someone who knows who she is in Christ and is excited to keep shining a light for Him in the world, and who has also sharpened her skills as a storyteller along the way. So I continue to praise Christ for bringing a reluctant me to the film department, because now I find I'm also almost reluctant to leave, but also very ready. The Slice became a second home to me. I hardly was in the Slice my freshman and sophomore year, but once I took documentary filmmaking my junior year, it's like I couldn't leave. So you see, whenever anyone asks what I love about the film department, I tell them it's the people. I love my W2R people, past and present. Also, it was hard to pick who the best one was, but there you go, Nate. I love my faculty and professors, and I love my film girls and boys. Some of the people who made my Taylor experience in the film department so good aren't here today because they graduated, but that is something that I love about the film department. Even though we have our separate grades, I'm just like looking down, it's so bad. I had seniors and juniors and sophomores as friends when I was a freshman. So I wanted to give a special shout out to my non-senior friends here. Thanks for being you, for bringing your talent and energy to the table. I've loved working on projects with you. Also special shout out to Randy Kaiser for his production designer class I took my sophomore year. That solidified in me that I wanted to pursue production design after graduation. And then shout out to my senior pals. I pray that each of you will grow in your creativity as you go out into the world. But I also especially pray that you grow closer to God. I'm thankful for each of you. I'm also excited for what God has in store for me, whether that be grad school for production design or making documentaries abroad. I will be, Kathy told me to add this, I'm actually going to be working at Taylor come July full-time as a video project and production manager in the marketing department, so that will be fun. But yeah, whatever it is, I know the Lord holds me and all my ideas fast. May the peace of God wash over each and every one of you, just as his peace has filled me. Thank you.
What?
In classic Aiden Merck fashion, I've been thinking about this speech for years, but wrote it around an hour before the show. Based on my time as a film major at Taylor, I can tell you three things. I can tell you that our program is filled with a large group of dedicated artists that strive to create excellent work. I can tell you that the Taylor film community is incredibly unique, and I will miss it dearly. And I can tell you from personal experience that if you miss more than 3 of Steve's classes in a semester, he will deduct 3% off of your final grade. I feel like ever since I started 6th grade, I absolutely hated school. And I would count down the days until it was over. But now that I'm finally here, less than 2 weeks away from my college graduation, I can tell you that 6th grade Aiden was absolutely right. Jokes aside, thank you to everyone in this room. You have made these past 4 years the best years of my life so far. Now, to conclude, I'd like to read a short excerpt from a class project that I did in 5th grade. It's titled, My Life in 20 Years. It is the year 2032, and I, Aiden Merck, am a famous artist. I went to Grace College and graduated in 2024. I have a wife and 4 kids. The kids' names are Ember, who is 5, Jack, who is 7, Jordan, who is 9, and Annie, who is 12. And if you do the math, that means that Annie is 4 years old right now. In my spare time, I like to play golf and basketball with my friends. Since my job is kind of laid back and relaxed, I have a lot of time on my hands. I like having a lot of time for my work because then I get to spend more time with my kids and a lot more stuff because I work on my own at my house. There is no rush to get anything done that fast. Our family has 2 cars. One for my wife and one for me. I really like having 2 cars because me and my wife don't need to share the car. Like, what if we both needed to go somewhere at the exact same time? That would not be good. Well, right now, everything in 2032 is going just fine. I wonder what will happen next. Thank you.
Well, I get the honor of doing the Sound Designer of the Year award, and I don't know about you, but about 15 years ago, I really, it was on a trip, my family trip on the way down to Florida, and in the car going to Disney, and hadn't really paid attention as much as I probably should have to sound design, and my boys were watching the movie Cars, and of course, I'm watching the road while I'm driving. And hearing the soundtrack to the movie, hearing things that I had not normally noticed when I was watching the movie, and really made me kind of fall in love for and with sound design. So I'm excited that I get to present this year. And this year's Sound Designer of the Year goes to Thane Soswarda.
All right, I have the pleasure of awarding Screenwriter of the Year. John and I typically get along all the time. Some people around March, they fill out brackets for the NCAA March Madness tournament. John and I fill one out for Screenwriter of the Year. We go down the list until we have a final four, and this year was not easy to choose. There are so many great writers in our program. This writer displayed a great attitude for notes and development, and really just a dedication to the craft in her time here at Taylor. So without further ado, Screenwriter of the Year goes to Christina Russell.
I'm here for the Editor of the Year. It was another tough one this year, so there are two winners. So the editors of the year are Nate Conkle and Hannah Johnson.
Producer of the Year did outstanding work on the Envision Film Festival and on a Portugal documentary and also on her narrative film. Congratulations, Emily Crozier.
Okay, the awards are coming fast and furious now. Cinematographer of the Year, what a brutal choice that is. Throw a stone in this room, you're going to hit a great cinematographer. There are a lot of you out there. So that makes it all the more impressive that this year's winner, maybe we don't give this one, no one, do you guys care? This is, of course, Cohen. Okay, now we're up to Film Director of the Year. Another really difficult choice. And this year's winner is, I want to show them at the same time, ready, set, it's Trevor Spolsky. Again, he's not here. Okay, TV Director of the Year. And this time I did sort of cop out. This is looking at every project that was made over Project 3 of last year and really everything since, including any of the bigger shows we did. And it's a shared situation. Do I just hit like arrow down? Is it there fancy? Is there some Josh only thing that can, okay, ready, go. It's Elise and JP. Yeah, that's next. I got it. Okay, we're at the audience participation part of the show. Okay, so don't panic, it's going to be really easy. But I have to wait until I say go. He knows what's coming. So the setup, seated quietly, usually at the back, but at the front, is our own chief engineer, Josh Taylor. Not yet, not yet. Wait. So here's the question. This is the setup. Wait till I say go. If Josh has been there for you in your hour of need during your time at Taylor, how would you right now like to show him your appreciation? Ready, go. Yeah, thank you. I think faculty, we get way too much credit, and you know how much work he does around here and how important he is to the whole operation. And I could say a lot about my colleagues as well, but faculty seem to get, we hear that. So that's it for our show of shows. What? Okay, before I say about the end of this thing? Okay. So she's got one announcement, so this will be a little bit different. Before our seniors push and shove their way to the front for a photo, we'd like to see if they, make sure we don't trample anybody. So our guests are alive to come back again. For everybody else, thank you for coming to the Film and Media Arts Senior Showcase and Awards presentation. We have the best students in the world.
And we will want to invite you Saturday at 4 o'clock. Steve, which room are we in? Here. 4 o'clock, the Portugal films will be screening. And at 7 o'clock, the narrative films will be screening in Rediger. So keep your Saturday hopping and join us. We're going to have a senior picture and then an everybody in the major picture. Okay? So seniors first, come on down.